Then the other point I have to say, if you have any chance to interact and educate non-Muslims, you have to make this point up front. And the brother from Sudan, the person who spoke last night, and he became the enemy of everyone. No, he was trying to make a point, and I think it got a little bit out of hand. He was very passionate about what he had experienced in his life, and we're very passionate about our deen. So some friction occurred, but what you have to understand is, to anyone who observes the Muslim world, we are a world with a lot of cultural clutter, a lot of cultural baggage. And I'm fortunate to have embraced Islam and have none of the cultural things come with me, that I can just read the deen and practice the deen as it was taught and as it was revealed. And I don't have to bring in all of the culture that comes along with being raised Pakistani, or being raised Arab, or being raised Sudani, or being raised from any of the countries. So I bring a non-culture to this. Wherever culture overrules Islam, and wherever people forget that Islam should be first, we get into trouble. Societally and historically, we get into trouble. Many people, many women in Afghanistan have suffered because the rule in Afghanistan was women can't be educated. They need to stay home. They cannot go get an education. It's haram for them. But that was, as we all know, not part of Islam. But their culture was overriding Islam, and we get into trouble. Cultures where women are married off and arranged marriages occur. This gets us into trouble because it makes the rest of the world feel this is part of Islam, even though it might be part of maybe the Indo-Pakistani subcontinent, where Hindu tradition was that marriages were arranged and the women didn't have a say in it. This isn't part of Islam, it's part of the culture. So I, up front, in educating anyone about women in Islam, say that you have to separate out the cultures, and I can't answer to any of those. The actions of some Muslims are not according to the faith. But what I can do is I can tell you what the faith says, and then we can make a judgment from there. So we have to separate those two issues. Certainly men in Islam don't have the right to objectify women. And women are all considered sisters and aunties and mothers, and treated as such in a very venerable position. And of course, if you tell anyone that paradise lies beneath the foot of the mother, or beneath the feet of the mother in Islam, they'll say, this gives them a different picture of Islam. Use the hadith and use the Quran in educating others about Islam.